He gave her the world, until the day she confessed the one truth that broke him in half. Before the fall, Derek Whitlow lived a life built on routine and quiet devotion. The kind of man who rose with the sun, who kept his promises, and who believed that love meant staying, even when it was hard. Friends called him steady, dependable, but no one ever warned him how dangerous love can be when it's one-sided. That evening, he stood outside the house he once thought would grow old with him, a structure he'd helped build, now haunted with silence and memories that no longer felt like home. The summer air pressed heavy on his skin, but inside, he felt frozen. He thought back to the night it all started. A gallery event tucked away in a downtown Atlanta warehouse, buzzing with music and young ambition. That's where he saw her, Alina, or as everyone called her, Lena Ray. She wore a dress so bright it rivaled the neon lights, and carried herself like someone used to being watched. She noticed him last, but when she did, her eyes pinned him like a challenge. "You here for the art or the free drinks?" she teased, champagne in hand. "I like the art," Derek replied, even though they both knew it wasn't true. She laughed anyway, and that sound stayed with him longer than he expected. They talked for hours in a quiet corner, while the chaos of the gallery faded around them. She told him about her small-town roots, her big city dreams. She wanted to open a boutique. Nothing basic, she said, but something with her name on the window in cursive. Exclusive. He listened, taken in by her fire. She talked like someone who didn't wait for the world to hand her anything. And by the end of the night, she had his number. By the end of the week, she had his time. Everything with her moved fast. Early morning texts, unplanned visits, plans that filled every empty space. She told him, "If I want something, I go after it." And maybe that should have been a warning. Within 2 weeks, she was talking marriage. "Why wait?" she asked. "I know what I want." Derek hesitated. She didn't. "We'll write our own story," she whispered, her fingers laced with his. A week later, they were married. No grand ceremony. Just a sleepy courthouse, 2 strangers as witnesses, and Alina in another yellow dress. She said it was her lucky color. In the beginning, it was warm. Sweet notes left on the fridge. Dancing barefoot in the kitchen. Late nights tangled under soft sheets. Morning pancakes that smelled like possibility. But love, the kind that lasts, takes patience. And Alina didn't wait well. She had a vision. A boutique, a brand, a lifestyle. And that meant she needed more. A better car. A designer image. A store with a glowing sign on Peachtree Street. Derek wanted to help. He always did. So, when she asked for loans in his name, he agreed. Her credit was shot, and she cried when she told him how no one had ever believed in her. He sold the rental property his dad left him. Bought her the white BMW she dreamed of. "Now I look like I'm winning," she smiled, snapping selfies and hashtagging #BossQueen. But the more he gave, the more distant she became. She started snapping. Her phone was never out of reach. She brushed off his questions with words that cut. "It takes money to make money," she said. "Don't act like some clerk." Her boutique finally opened, small, stylish, everything she imagined. She threw a launch party. Everyone was invited, except him. "I didn't want you fussing about the costs," she told him. "This night's about me." He smiled for the cameras, then went home alone. Their bedroom grew quiet. Her phone buzzed at night. She came home late, sometimes smelling like cologne that didn't belong to him. Still, he convinced himself it was just stress. Then one Thursday evening, she was waiting on the porch, her arms crossed, her face blank. "I need to talk," she said. He braced himself, but nothing could have prepared him for what followed. "I only married you because my ex wouldn't take me back," she said flatly. "You were just convenient. I needed to get over him." The words shattered everything. No apology, no regret, just the truth, handed to him like an afterthought. That night, Derek didn't argue. He packed a bag, left his keys on the counter, and drove to a friend's house without saying goodbye. 8 years. Gone in a single sentence. She called a few times, but only about bills, about the mortgage, her needs. He told her she could keep the house. It's yours. She never thanked him, just hung up. What she didn't know was that Derek had taken out a large home equity loan, again, for her, to cover her boutique losses. She'd insisted. And now, with no one making payments, the bank came knocking. She ignored the letters, deleted voicemails, tossed warnings in drawers like trash. Online, she kept up the illusion. Posing in designer clothes, hashtags still flowing, pretending the empire wasn't crumbling around her. Then came eviction day. Movers, deputies, official papers. Her belongings piled on the curb while neighbors whispered. The BMW vanished next, towed and gone. Her friends stopped picking up. Her ex blocked her. That's when the voicemails began. You destroyed me. You're cruel. You're evil. I hope you rot. Derek never replied. He didn't need to. He had already moved 2 hours away, to a small condo left to him by his late uncle. It wasn't flashy, but it was his. Ivy climbing the walls, a quiet view of the river, the kind of peace he'd never had. He filled it with second-hand art. Learned to cook. Learned to sleep again. No more rescuing someone who never wanted to be saved. Alina's boutique disappeared. Her name faded from conversations. The rage in her voice eventually dulled to silence. One rainy night, Derek scrolled through his phone. 6 new voicemails, all from her. He played the last one. Screaming, accusing, cursing, and then nothing. He didn't feel bitter or satisfied, just calm, because she never really knew him. She never tried. She married a good man and burned him down. But time and truth have a way of doing what apologies can't. Sometimes healing doesn't come from answers. It comes from absence, from stillness, from choosing peace over proving a point. Sometimes the bravest kind of love is the kind you give to yourself, when you finally stop trying to earn someone else's.